Hello, my fellow pool enthusiasts. In this video, I am going to show you how I aim my bank and kick shots. The percentage of bank shots that I made increased from 40% to about 90% when using this technique. In the first example, I'm trying to bank the 3-ball in the corner pocket. To line up the bank shot, I begin by placing the tip of my pool cue at the edge of the pocket that is opposite of the pocket where I'm trying to make the ball. Then I imagine a line between the ball I am trying to pocket, in this case the 3-ball, and the pocket where I'm trying to make the ball. I then shift the back end of my pool cue so that it splits the imaginary line in halves. Then I take my pool cue, locking my arm to keep the angle of my pool cue consistent, and shift it up table until it goes through the center of the 3-ball. The tip of my pool cue is now pointing to the spot on the rail where I need to aim the 3-ball. Hit the cue ball with a medium speed and make sure you hit the center of the cue ball, as an off-center hit on the cue ball will alter the path of the 3-ball and may cause you to miss the shot. This is what aiming the bank shot in real time looks like. The process can look kind of complicated at first, so I'm going to go over a couple more examples. In this next example, I am banking the 12-ball to the corner pocket. So I place the tip of my pool cue in the center of the opposite pocket. Then I imagined a line between the 12-ball and the pocket where I'm trying to make the ball. Then I shifted the back end of my pool cue so it split the imaginary line in half. At this point, I lock my arm or use my other hand to steady my pool cue and keep it at this angle. Then I sidestep up the table until my pool cue intersects the center of the 12-ball. The tip of my pool cue is now pointing to the spot on the rail where I need to aim the 12-ball. Once I have my aiming point dialed in, I get down on the shot and hit the center of the cue ball with a medium speed. This is what aiming the bank shot in real time looks like. In the next example, I'll be banking the 3-ball to the side pocket. So I will begin aiming this bank shot by placing the tip of my cue at the edge of the opposite side pocket. Then I imagine a line between the 3-ball and the side pocket where I'm trying to make the 3-ball. I then shift the back end of my pool cue so it splits the imaginary line in half. Now I shift my pool cue up table until it intersects the center of the 3-ball. The tip of my pool cue is now pointing to the spot on the rail where I need to aim. When I get down on the shot, I have to make sure I hit the center of the cue ball with a medium speed. And this is what aiming the bank shot in real time looks like. Now I'm going to walk you through one more bank shot example before we move on to kick shots. In this example, I'll be making the 12-ball in the side pocket. So I will put the tip of my pool cue in front of the opposite side pocket. Find the halfway point between the 12-ball and the side pocket where I'm trying to make the 12-ball. Shift the pool cue up table until it intersects the center of the 12-ball. Find your aiming point on the rail. Be sure to hit the center of the cue ball and bank the ball into the pocket. Now it's time for kick shots. To line up a kick shot, begin by determining where you want the cue ball to go. In this example, I want the cue ball to clip the 12-ball, dropping it in the corner pocket. Then I find out where the center of the cue ball will be when it hits the 12-ball. Extend that point to the rail you will be shooting toward. Notice how that line is parallel to the short rail. Then place the tip of your cue at that point on the rail. Then draw an imaginary line between the cue ball and the ball you're trying to hit. Then shift the back of the pool cue so it splits that imaginary line in half. Keeping the pool cue at a consistent angle, shift the pool cue up the table until it intersects the center of the cue ball. The pool cue is now pointing to the spot on the rail that needs to be hit in order to pocket the 12-ball. Make sure you hit the center of the cue ball with medium speed. In this next example, I want the cue ball to hit the 3 ball, dropping it in the corner pocket. So first I will determine where the center of the cue ball will need to be in order to pocket the 3 ball. Once I find that point, I will extend it to the rail I will be shooting towards. Then place the tip of your cue at that point on the rail. Draw an imaginary line between the 3 ball and the cue ball. Then shift the back end of the pull cue so it splits the imaginary line in half. Now, I take my pull cue, locking my arm to keep the angle of my pull cue consistent, and shift it up table until it intersects the center of the cue ball. The tip of my pull cue is now pointing to the spot on the rail I need to hit in order to pocket the 3 ball, making sure to hit the center of the cue ball with medium speed. I have one final example to help demonstrate how I aim kick shots. If at this point you are still feeling confused or unsure about how to aim, kick, and bank shots using this method, don't worry. It took several practice sessions before I was able to seamlessly use this method. Make sure to save the link to this video so you can reference it anytime you practice. In this final example, the player is shooting stripes. The shooter does not have a clear shot on the 12th ball, so they must play a kick shot in order to make a good hit. So the shooter begins by finding out where the center of the cue ball will be when it hits the 12th ball. Then extend that point to the rail you will be shooting towards. Make sure you extend the point straight across the table. This spot on the rail is where you're going to put the tip of your cue stick. Then draw an imaginary line between the cue ball and the 12th ball. And then shift the back end of the pull cue so that it splits the imaginary line in half. Now I take my pull cue, locking my arm to keep the angle of the pull cue consistent, and shift the pull cue up the table until it intersects the center of the cue ball. The tip of my pull cue is now pointing to the spot on the rail where I need to aim the cue ball. Now hitting the center of the cue ball with a medium speed, I shoot the cue ball towards that spot on the rail. And the shooter made a good hit. For newer players learning this technique, the most difficult task is shifting the pull cue up the rail while keeping the angle consistent. The only way to get better at this part is to practice. I also found that using 2 hands or locking my elbow next to my body can help secure the pull cue at the correct angle. If you are struggling with using this aiming technique, please let me know in the comments. If I get enough requests, I will make some drills that will help you master this technique. If you learned anything from this video, please like and subscribe to show your support. And check out my other videos where you're sure to learn something new. Until next time, play hard and have fun. Bye!